Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. Today's Wednesday. I barely have time to film this video. I don't even know if I'm going to have time to edit it. It is a crazy week. I haven't gotten any videos out other than Sunday until now. I'm not sure I will tomorrow. Hopefully we'll Friday. Friday night is the live video. If you are new here, giving away a Clemente. I'm still hoping to test out a live video and do that Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Welcome to my friends who came over from the Nick Simmons channel. Never expected to get subscribers from Nick Simmons, two-time Olympian. I'm a huge fan of his channels, both of them. And I commented something about something that I consider myself an expert in, which is subscription, not YouTube subscription, but software subscription analytics. Got a lot of attention. Nick responded to it a bunch of times, and I got a bunch of new subscribers from that. So I hope you guys are not only into running, but also into baseball cards, particularly vintage, because that's what I do. I today have a quick, well, maybe not that quick. I like to do what sold big, especially unusual things. And we got some really unusual things in big time auctions. I love that baseball card collector, investor, dealer, Chris Sewell does the big sellers on eBay. I am really not interested in like Shohei Ohtani cards from 2021 selling for $150,000. I know a lot of people are, and that's great. I'm more interested in Ty Cobb's dentures being sold for $19,000 in an SCP auction. Ty Cobb's dentures. Apparently they were on display at the Hall of Fame for a while. $19,000 they sold for. Imagine being the person who has to authenticate those and be like, yeah, I'm confident that Ty Cobb actually wore these for a long time. It's a wild, wild world. In that same vein, but not quite as gross, although maybe still as gross, 1980s Kareem Abdul-Jabbar game-worn goggles that he autographed sold for $27,000. That's pretty cool. Wash them up, pretty neat. And then we have two extreme vintage Ty Cobb cards. 1914 Cracker Jack Cobb PSA 3 sold for $50,000, and a 1915 Cracker Jack Ty Cobb PSA 2 sold for $21,000. So those are really, really cool cards. I would love to own a Cracker Jack from the 19-teens. I still don't own a T206. That's still on my list of things I want to buy. It was on my list to buy one this year. Probably not going to happen, but we'll see. I've got a bunch of stuff I got to sell. I have a short print Bo Bichette, and as he's lighting up in baseball right now, and he's seriously hot, I might sell that one. That's high on my list to sell. If you're interested, let me know. There is the very first Sports Illustrated cover that featured Roberto Clemente. Shout out, Clemente. So that one was from 1967, sold for $19,000. Pretty cool stuff. I love oddball vintage cards, food issued vintage cards like this 1928 Younglings Ice Cream Lou Gehrig PSA 8 sold for $28,000. So cool. I love that stuff. 28 grand. Those were all from SCP auctions. Memory Lane also had some really neat stuff. 1961-62 Fleer basketball box, unopened, sold for $420,000. That set features a lot of really cool cards. It's a really neat set. Like I have a Michael Jordan, I think from 1998, that's based on that set design. I don't have any cards from the 61 Fleer set. But you can get there's a Bill Russell that's famous from that set. There are some rookies from that set. I'm sure you can comment and let me know. I'm not that familiar with the 61 Fleer set. There's a 1932 U.S. Caramel Babe Ruth autographed PSA 9 autograph. The card was authenticated by PSA, autograph graded a 9, sold for $250,000. Pretty amazing. The card's in terrible shape, but it's autographed by Babe Ruth, and it's from 1932. There's also a magazine page from 1948 that Ruth signed. that PSA graded 9. That one sold for $51,000. A 1976 Topps vending case baseball cards sold for $72,000. And a 1966 Topps cello pack PSA 9 sold for $10,000. So those vintage packs, man, those are valuable. I would buy them. I'd open them. What would you do if you had a 1966 Topps cello pack? How do you not? I'm in a Facebook group called Vintage Wax and Packs, which is a fun group. I don't think I've ever bought anything from there, but it's really, really interesting. You learn a ton in a group like that with those experts. And those guys just buy unopened wax and then keep it. That's their collection. It's fascinating to me. I could never, ever keep a pack unopened. Although I do have some. I just got these. I showed these recently. And I showed this recently. These are unopened for now. We'll see. I don't know. I couldn't do it. A childhood friend of mine messaged me recently that he still has all of his childhood unopened wax. We were kids in the 80s, collected together in the late 80s. So he's probably got a bunch of junk wax stuff. I don't know. But he said he's going to bring me over to his house next time he's back in Maine and show me the stuff that and it's at his parents' house. So yeah, that's all today. I also, one thing, this card that I showed the other day, I looked it up on PSA, wondering what the pop report is. It is one. One person has gotten this authenticated at PSA. Not a single one's graded, and I thought, well, this looks like it could be a PSA 10, but no, I made some mistakes when I was pulling it out of the photo corners in the case that I use. So I use this, and you can see I use photo corners, and I have 2 more up at the top on each side. And I pulled it out. I wasn't careful enough. I made some mistakes when I first got yazzed on. I was brand new at this. Big time regrets. This could be a PSA 10 and a PSA 10 auto, but no, it's not. So I will just get it authenticated. I'm going to send this off. I have, I don't know, 8 cards I'm going to send off to PSA this fall just to get authenticated autos. I might get 1 or 2 graded as well. So I'm excited about that. That's all for today. Let me know in comments what you think. Thanks very much for watching.